Let me ask you something. How many versions of you is living inside of you right now? Because see, I know a woman that says she wants peace but keeps entertaining chaos. I know a man that says he wants success but keeps feeding his excuses. I know people that say they trust God but stay married to their fears. And maybe, man, maybe that person is you. But see, the Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Notice it didn't say some of his ways. It didn't say occasionally. It didn't say every once in a while. It said all. Because see, man, when your mind is split, your heart becomes divided. And when your heart becomes divided, your focus becomes distorted. And when your focus becomes distorted, your destiny gets delayed. Look, family, today, we're not talking about your spouse. We're not talking about your boss. We're not talking about your enemies. We're talking about the person you see every morning in the mirror. The person that prays for one thing while secretly wanting another. The person that asks God to open a door but is terrified to walk through it. The person that's been stuck not because they're cursed, but because they're conflicted. Let's talk about it. We vibing on a sharp mindset, diving deep with the real ones in a sec. Ideas flow like the beats we connect. Knowledge in the air, let the wisdom reflect. From the highs and the lows we navigate. Conversations that resonate, elevate. Chasing dreams, yeah, we never hesitate. In this journey of life, we cultivate. So tune in, let's break down the grind. With a vision so clear, leave the doubts behind. On a sharp mindset, where the stars align, building futures together, one thought at a time. What's up, A Sharpe Mindset family? Welcome back to another episode of A Sharpe Mindset. On this podcast, we'll dive into real talk, mindset shifts, and personal growth. I'm your host, ST Sharpe, and today we'll be discussing the topic this week. Been on my mind lately. Yup, been on my mind. What's up, everybody? Look, man, today's topic is a double-minded man. Yeah, but look, before we tap in, I want to thank everyone for tuning into another episode of A Sharpe Mindset. Because when I speak, I don't do this for clout. I genuinely want to empower people. So track with me and tap into a motivational vibe that'll change your mindset for the better. So you already know what I want you to do. Please share, subscribe. Get this gift out there to the world and become a part of A Sharpe Mindset family today. All right, family, look, real quick. If you're rocking with A Sharpe Mindset, man, and you've been riding with us, it's time to represent it, baby. So go ahead on over to asharpemindset.com and get your merch today, all right? And look, on that page, man, you can also catch up on all the latest episodes, okay? But track with me. Every purchase supports the podcast. It helps us reach more people with messages and inspire growth, leadership, and purpose, all right? So tap into asharpemindset.com, family. The mindset isn't just something you hear. It's something you live. Woo, look, so I hope everybody had a protect your peace kind of week, a sharp mindset kind of week, because family, we about to get into today's episode. I said it, a double-minded man. And look, let me say this. I know y'all wonder how we even get to this topic, Sharp. Look, have you ever been tired of yourself? Think about that, man. Not tired because you're working hard, not tired of life or because life is hard. I'm talking about tired because you keep fighting the same battles over and over again. Look, you say you're going to change, but somehow you find yourself right back where you started. You say you're going to trust God, then spend the next week worrying about everything he already told you to leave in his hands. Look, I'm not trying to preach to y'all today, but you tell yourself this is your year, your season, your breakthrough, but deep down, there's another voice asking you, what if it doesn't work? And I'm talking to everybody and anybody today. Because if we're being honest, some of us are exhausted. Not because life is attacking us, but because our minds are pulling us into two different directions. Y'all hear me? See, part of us want to move forward. Part of us wants to stay safe. Part of us wants healing. Part of us wants to keep reopening wounds. Part of you believe you're called for more. Part of you keep convincing yourself you're not enough. And the truth is, that's a lonely fight, family. Nobody sees it. They see the smile. They see the social media posts. They see you showing up every day. What they don't see is the argument happening in your head every single night. The battle between faith and fear, confidence and insecurity, purpose and comfort. So look, today, I need you to be honest with yourself. Because see, what if the thing holding you back isn't what's around you? What if it's what's happening inside of you? See, I had that conversation. See, that's why today we have to have a real conversation. Because see, this episode isn't about judging you. It's not about judging me. It's about freeing us. And before we're done, I want to expose one battle that has cost you more opportunities, more peace, and more growth than any enemy ever could. So don't run away, y'all. Let's get into it. Feeling stuck? Tired of negative noise? Then stop. It's time to flip the script. On A Sharpe Mindset, we don't ignore life challenges. We know you go through things to grow through things. Every episode is packed with real talk, fresh insight, and actionable gems to help you move from stuck to unstoppable. I don't do this for clout. I truly want to empower people. So track with me, tap in, and start sharpening your mindset for success. Listen now on all major podcast platforms. Let's go, y'all. All right, y'all, look. We starting at your biggest enemy has your face. Yeah. See, a lot of us blame the devil for like things our double mind created. Let that sink in. Some of us aren't being attacked, we're being divided. You can never fully move forward when a part of you is still committed to staying behind. Come on, man. I'm dropping them early. The most exhausting fight isn't fighting other people, it's fighting yourself every day. Track with me. See, you got one side that says, I can. The other side says, I can't. And then you got one side that says, I'm worthy. The other side says, you'll never be enough. One side says, start the business. The other side says, what if you fail? One side says, leave the toxic relationship. The other side says, what if nobody loves me again? Come on, family. That's called double-mindedness. You don't need more opportunities. You need more agreement with yourself. That's a gem. Read that with your spirit. You don't need another door. You don't need another connection. You don't need another chance. You don't need that. You need your mind, your heart, and your mouth saying the same thing. A lot of times we don't know the war between our faith and our fears. See, most people think faith and fear can't occupy the same room, but they do every day. See, some people come to church with faith and then they go home and feed fear. Come on, hear me. You can pray for growth, then panic when growth requires sacrifice. You can pray for elevation, then sabotage the thing God is trying to elevate. One of the things people don't realize is that the greatest robber isn't the devil, it's the doubt. Because see, doubt can steal what your talent earned. Come on, man. Doubt can destroy your prayers. Doubt can destroy what your prayer built. Doubt can talk you out of what God already approved. Come on, y'all. See, I'm not trying to preach. I'm just being real. So stop romanticizing your potential. That's where it gets painful, man. There's a version of you that everybody talks about, the future you, the successful you, the healed you, the disciplined you, the focused you. But listen to me carefully, man. Potential has never changed anybody's life. But you know what does? Execution. Execution does. You can die full of potential. Cemeteries are full of it. You can become the danger. Listen to me. You can become dangerous the moment your actions start matching your prayers. That's a gem. That's why you got to understand there's a cost of a double-minded, divided mind. The scary thing about being double-minded is that it doesn't always look like destructive. Sometimes that thing look normal. You going to work, paying bills, showing up, smiling, posting on social, networking, functioning. Yet internally, man, you're fractured, broken, conflicted, split. And people be thinking you're okay because you're operating. But see, operating and healing aren't the same thing. You can function while falling apart. Come on, man. That's a gem. I know you know a functioning alcoholic, a drug addict. I'm pretty sure you understand where I'm going with that. But you got to pick a side. At some point in life, you have to pick a side. You cannot keep dating your purpose and marrying your excuses. Come on, I'm dropping them. You have to decide. Will I be who God called me to be or who my fear is trying to convince me who I am? Come on, man. Listen, the middle is killing people. Not failure, not rejection, not obstacles. The middle, the place between decision and commitment. The middle, y'all. The place between vision and movement. The place between knowing and actually doing. Indecision is a decision. Come on, y'all didn't hear that. Let me say it again, because see, that's a gem. Indecision is a decision. Look, so imagine every version of you that never got a chance to live. Let's call it the graveyard of unnamed decisions. The author, the entrepreneur, the leader, the speaker, the healed woman, the transformed man. They didn't die because they lacked talent. They died because they lacked commitment. And see, most dreams don't get buried by failure. They get buried by hesitation. Now, that's a gem. Write it down. Because see, God can't bless who you pretend to be. Woo, come on. Come on, man. God cannot bless the fake version of you. He blesses truth, authenticity, submission, surrender. The mask you're wearing may impress people, but it exhausts your soul. The real flex is being who God created you to be, man. So look, family, that's why you have to heal the war inside of you. Because see, the goal isn't perfection. The goal is alignment. Alignment is when your prayers, actions, standards, discipline, and beliefs all get on the same page. One page. Because see, that's where power lives. That's where breakthroughs happens. That's where confidence shows up. That's where healing begins. A focused, perfect person with average talent will outperform a gifted person with a divided mind every single time. So look, family, that's my episode for today. I'm going to leave y'all with this, though. I want you to sit with one question. I want you to ask yourself, how much of your life has been delayed because you couldn't decide who you were? Not because you weren't gifted, not because God forgot about you, not because opportunities weren't available, but because your mind kept switching sides. The war isn't out there, it's in here, in your heart, in your head. It's the battle between faith and fear, purpose and comfort, growth and excuses, vision and doubt. And hear me, man, the moment you stop negotiating with the part of you that's trying to destroy you, everything changes. The doors don't change, you do. The opportunities don't change, you change. The future doesn't change, you change. So today, man, choose healing, choose discipline, choose purpose, choose faith, choose consistency. Choose the version of you that your future is begging you to become. And remember this, man. A divided mind creates a divided life. Come on, that's a gem. But an aligned mind can move mountains. All right. Woo, look. And if you enjoyed this topic and you're ready to get your mind right, subscribe to the podcast, man. As always, stay positive, protect your peace, and track with me next week on another episode of A Sharpe Mindset. Until next time, stay sharp. I'll catch y'all next week.